Hello and welcome to Advanced Communities. In this video, we will show you the biggest and most anticipated update to AC Knowledge Management Enterprise, the integration with OpenAI. Users can now interact with articles by using natural language to ask questions in the chat and receive article-based answers. Let's take a look. On the left, you can see the floating button that opens the chat pop-up. This button is customizable. Its size, placement, and colors can all be changed in the Experience Builder settings. When a user clicks the button, the chat opens with a welcome message, which can also be customized by admins. Here we see two tabs, one for the selected vector storage and another for the assistant. We'll discuss these in more detail when we move to the internal environment. There is also a new chat button, which clears the current conversation and starts a new one. As mentioned, the answers are generated from published articles and their attachments. For better understanding, let's look at one of the existing articles. As you can see, it has a short summary and a short article body. Now, let's check the attachment. It's a PDF file containing a comprehensive guide on diagnosis, symptoms, and more. Here, you can see a section explaining how a diagnosis can be made. But users don't always want to read full documentation, so let's ask the assistant a question about diagnoses. After typing the question, we see the answer: 6 points explaining the ways to make diagnoses. This information was pulled directly from the document. Now, notice the link provided. It leads back to the article and its attachments. If the answer comes from a file, the link points to the article this file is attached to. Even if no attachment was used and the answer was taken from the article itself, the chat can be configured to always provide a link or not, depending on the settings. Once the answer is provided, you can continue chatting with the assistant if you have more questions. You can also rate the answers and leave feedback, which will be stored internally. If your issue wasn't resolved, you can click the Create Case button to open a support case. This button can also be hidden if you prefer. The chat can function as a pop-up, as shown here, or it can be set up as a regular, always open component. It can also be used in the internal environment if needed. There's also a setting to decide whether user conversation should be retained even after a session has expired. Now, let's move on to the internal environment. Here you'll see the assistant settings, where you can define how your chat behaves, essentially, its brain and personality. You can configure the tone of voice, creativity level, and the OpenAI model used. You can also write clear instructions, such as requiring the assistant to always include article links, use a formal tone, and so on. Another key part of the chat setup is vector storage. This OpenAI feature acts like an external library, where knowledge articles are stored as files so that the AI can search and understand them. You can create multiple vector storages, for example, one for each product, and then place different chat components on your site. Each component will search only its assigned knowledge base. That's it for today. Visit us at advancedcommunities.com. Thank you for watching.